What time did you got up early? Like
Because
6?
it's responding to this right
You
here.
know what?
It's responding.
I got up and took a pee. I'll tell you what. Tonight, I'm not going to tell you. I don't want to tell you. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. But let me just tell you this. I didn't go to sleep again till when you came in with the 9 o'clocker, son. I had went to sleep just a little while ago, and I thought about getting up after the 9 o'clockers. I thought about just getting up. I was laying there going, you know what? If this happens tomorrow, I'm just going to get up and stay up and muscle through the day. That's what I'm going to do. The only reason I didn't do it today, I thought about doing it today because I knew it was going to be an indoor sit-around day today. You know, and I thought two thoughts. I had two lines of thoughts. One is you don't have to do anything physical. You can sit around indoors in the AC. Then I thought, you're going to be indoors sitting around the AC. You might fall asleep.
What do you contribute your not being able to fall asleep to?
I thought about it, hon. I don't think it's sugar and eating at night anymore. I don't think it's that. It never was that before. Sugar, it never was before. I think.
Do you think part of it might be because you don't feel at peace and settled and that the world is right? And
My mind's running.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't tell you something else, but my mind is thinking about things. And I lay in bed and I go, Dawn, why are you thinking about that now? Why are you thinking about that now? Why are you thinking about that now? It's not that I'm thinking hard about it, but it's in my mind. It's what's there. It's what I'm occupying myself with right now.
Mm-hmm. I do it too.
And it's not good thoughts. They're all. I tend to think about unpleasant things when I go to bed and when I lay in bed.
Mm-hmm.
I think about things that bother me.
Me too.
I think about nasty, shitty things in my life. Everything. That's not nice in my life. That's what I think about. And I go, why? You know what I've actually done? I go, why do you wait till you're going to bed to think about these things? Anyway, I guess it was like my mind wasn't running hard. I guess it was just like a slow, medium high up, medium idle. Like, I don't know.
Well, there is something that I would like to share with you. It's the military.
I've seen something like that. The Navy. And I asked Sammy about that, not to cut you off.
What was I going to say?
I saw a thing in the military. I saw a thing. They teach people how to go to sleep.
Yes, I guess it's extremely effective. It's almost 100%.
Well, teach me tonight.
I only saw it yesterday, but I never really read up on it. But I believe it has to do with focusing on body parts and just centering yourself and thinking about, start with your toes and whatever. But I guess it works. After a few minutes, you kind of get bored and you just fall asleep.
Right, you just take your mind off all the bullshit outside.
Right, and you focus and concentrate on that.
And yourself just zooming in.
So that's something you and I should look at because I do the same thing.
Right. And also a little bit of breathing, probably.
And you know what sucks too? I put a little lamp by my head so I can just reach over and turn it on.
I saw that.
Because
Smart.
sometimes I'm ready, I need to turn
But you don't want to get up.
I need to turn all the lights off, the blue light, the TV and all that. By the time I do that, I lay in the bed and I'm like this.
Yeah.
Whereas if I could just go like that, flick it off and roll over.
I love that you're doing that because you don't want to get up. Now you can just go like this.
I don't sleep well either, honey. And all those nasty ass things, all the negative, nasty, shitty things that I wish were different in my life.
Yeah.
That I had control over, that I'd done things better. Those are the things that keep me up.
Yep. Hey, next month.
My fear of loneliness, all that kind of stuff.
Next month, out of our paycheck, out of my check, whatever is left over, like I'm gonna make an assumption. I'm gonna give you $5,000. We're gonna throw $5,000 at Jessica to put into our.
You pissed me off.
What?
You're gonna give me $5,000, but
No,
that's your
I don't mean give you.
Dancy Francy way of saying next month.
I don't mean like that.
What you're saying, and don't lie to me, I'm not a dumbass. What you're saying is next month, you're taking another $5,000 and throwing it at Morgan Stanley.
If you want to, I'd like to. The more we put it we don't have to do it next month, but we could. We could. We don't have to, but progressively, I'd like to just keep throwing money in there.
Yeah, I know. And
we don't have to next month if you don't want to.
let's not forget that we did that 20 years ago and lost everything. So we don't want to put everything in there.
No, we didn't lose everything, honey. We made money. You know what hey, I got to tell you something. You don't know this. And it makes perfect sense. You don't know this, and I don't know all the details either. He's also kicking the shit out of the G7. You don't know this.
Maybe I do. I watch a lot of news.
No, it's not news stuff. Oh, what's he doing? He's making a statement.
He said today in his remarks aboard Air Force One to the reporters that he
USA.
doesn't expect that the United States will have to up its defense spending to 5% levels of GDP, as he was demanding that the other 31 member states of NATO do.
Purple is British.
A lot of news.
British
He
royalty
never
loves
stops.
purple.
And obviously there's been very late nights with what's been happening since the strikes on Saturday, the 12-day war, as he calls it. President Trump, though.
Can I tell you something? The Illuminati. I'm going to use that word. The Illuminati. It's been said one of the most powerful forces behind the dark forces, the Illuminati, is the British Empire. The richest entity. I got a wow out of when I went to work with Steve Bennett for a week in Massachusetts, or 2 weeks, whatever that was. I was still not blown away, but I was still really like, and I didn't want to throw too much at him, but I was secretly or subtly throwing stuff at him to see how he'd react, but I didn't want to.
So how did he react?
Well, when I told him about the British Empire, he's a Christian, and when I told him this stuff about the British Empire, he really didn't believe me because he thought the Vatican has the most money of everything. And when he looked at it, he's on, honey, he lives. He was 26 years old, but he lives on a cell phone. He lives on it. Anyway, he didn't believe me. He was Steve Bennett. He didn't believe me. All of a sudden, I get a wow out of him. You don't get wows out of Steve Bennett. When I told him that the British Empire is the single richest entity on the planet of all things. The British Empire has the most real estate, the most of everything, most money, treasure, and real estate, more than anything on the planet.
Okay, I got that part. They're the richest over the Vatican. I got it. What else is there?
Well, there's a reason they're the richest. Well, they're one of the oldest societies and all that, but the British Empire they're a part of the dark force system.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, Trump is in the total, it's not in the media, okay? Trump is in the process right now of destroying, in this G-Summit stuff, he's tearing down the Illuminati, okay? He's in the process right now of tearing down the British Empire's whole grip. And that's what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
And the world doesn't know it. The news isn't going to report it, but it's what's happening. That's why the dark forces didn't want Trump to be president, because he's anti-Illuminati. He is breaking up the whole thing. This is a divine thing. It's not just Donald Trump. It's God. It's divine intervention.
Yeah, they found out something else too about, and I'm changing tack here a little bit, but it has to do with, world forces and all that bullshit. But apparently, that Muslim socialist
In New
mayor
York,
in New York who's running,
yeah.
whatever his fucking name is, which pisses me off because if he had a regular name, I heard it so much I would have remembered it, but it's not regular.
Yeah.
But he only became a citizen 5 years ago, and he is Muslim.
Where's he from?
I can't remember now, but he's Muslim. He's a Muslim, grew up Muslim. Became a citizen, U.S. citizen 5 years ago, and he is being backed by George Soros.
I knew that.
I didn't know that. I'm not surprised.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It's so obvious. I think they're going to vote for Cuomo. I would rather have Cuomo than him. I really would. As
I'm
bad as
wondering if
Cuomo is.
Eric Adams would.
Well, Eric Adams would be the best of the three, but I don't know if there's some kind of rule that you can only be the mayor of so many times. I don't know.
Giuliani, Andrew Giuliani should have ran.
Yeah, that'd been. Yeah.
It's unfathomable to be with your head above the ground, your head's not in the sand, and you live in New York. And even if you're not paying a great deal of attention to politics and all that, all you have to do is look around and see crime and boarded up stores and poop on the sidewalk, human feces on the sidewalk. I mean, the needles. All you have to do is look around and go, we've had Democrat mayors and governors for how long? And look at my city.
It costs $9 for a cup of coffee.
Yeah. Don't they look around and say, what have they done to my fucking city? It used to be beautiful and
Exactly.
fun
Exactly.
and safe.
Right.
And they're going to vote for one of these two jackals? Oh
Right.
my God, I don't get people's brains. Unless this shit is fixed, I don't know.
Well, it
I
is
can't imagine
fixed.
anybody in their right mind.
It is fixed.
Yeah.
It is rigged.
If you have any kind of a mind, you're not voting for either one of them.
It is rigged.
Is there even a Republican running?
That's a great question. Is there? Why isn't there? It's so pathetic in New York that I don't even think there's one running. It's so pathetic in New York.
I need to find out. I don't know if because this isn't a primary. This is to see who's going to be here.
That's right.
Right?
Right. There's two people running, and there are those two.
Is there a Republican running for New York City mayoral race? No, who's running for mayor? Full list. Meet the candidates. Oh, Eric Adams is running as an independent.
Well, he might win. I'd rather he win.
Listen, a dozen candidates are competing in the New York City mayoral race. The race for the Democratic nomination features a crowded field. Primary election day is Tuesday, so it is a primary. So whoever wins that, I guess, will go up against a Republican? It is a primary.
Ugh.
Mamdani, that's his name. Zoran Mamdani.
Oh, that's.
Yeah. Ilhan Omar. These fucking people, bless you, honey. They have no business being in our politics at all.
Yeah.
Right. Is there a Republican running in the primary for the New York City mayoral race? And all we keep getting are these fucking faces of the fucking Democrats. Not asking about Democrats. All right, the 2025 mayoral election is scheduled to occur on November 4th. So who's?
For arriving at The Hague just a short time ago after lashing out at both Israel and Iran for jeopardizing the truce that he helped broker. Welcome to a busy Tuesday of American Agenda. I'm Bob Brooks.
And I'm Katrina Ziff. Well, the ceasefire was set to go into effect at 7 a.m. local time in Tel Aviv.
Isn't that funny? We can't find it. It's so funny. I just asked Republican candidate, and you know what you get? You get Mamdani and Cuomo. They're not Republicans. Why do their faces keep coming up?
Because it's Google, and
Yeah.
Google wants you to see those two.
You know what? I'm going to go to DuckDuckGo.
Yeah. Google's very far left. Their news is as biased as CNN. Hey, do we have Gary Embry? I know we do. Where can I get Gary Embry's phone number?
In the desk under E in our little personal phone book.
In the spiral thing? Thank you, precious. What? What's
I
up?
was going to ask you why you're calling, but I don't care what you're calling. I don't know.
Oh, because, you know why? Because remember he said, I want a guy to come and fix my machine.
Oh, we have the guy. I have his card. I have the mechanic's card that I got from Gary Embry.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Gary gave you his card?
Yes. You knew that last year. I
Oh,
told you.
well, I'll just take the card and call him.
It's under the chalkboard on the light switch.
Oh,
It says hydraulic, backhoe, whatever.
oh, okay, great.
You have on them. So I'm not happy with them. I'm not happy with Iran either. We basically have two countries that have been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the they're doing.
You're not happy.
No, he's not happy.
Charlie Ferguson, I don't swear, I don't like
We have
foul
team
language.
coverage of Middle East
But I was
correspondent
okay
Zach
with that.
Anders is in
Oh,
Tel
yeah.
Aviv with an update. But first, we begin with foreign correspondent Alex Salvi, who is at The Hague awaiting the start of the summit. Alex, we know